Let me give you a number. $45,000. That's what a negative MIPS payment adjustment looks like on a PT clinic billing $500,000 in annual Medicare revenue. A minus 9% penalty, applied across every single Medicare Part B payment, for an entire year. And the reason most clinics that take that hit never see it coming? The penalty shows up 2 years after the performance year that caused it. By the time your payments shrink, the connection back to documentation decisions and reporting choices your team made 24 months ago is nearly impossible to trace. Today we're talking about the 75-point threshold, what it means, how your composite score is built, and what each score band actually does to your revenue. Let's get into it. The most important concept for revenue planning around MIPS is the payment lag. Your 2026 MIPS performance year determines your 2028 Medicare payments. Your 2025 performance year is affecting your 2027 payments right now, based on decisions that are already made. This is the structural reason most practices underestimate MIPS. When consequences are always 24 months delayed, it's easy to deprioritize reporting in favor of whatever is urgent today. And then, a payment adjustment hits, and nobody in the clinic can explain it. The clinics that win under MIPS treat it as a year-round operational function, not an annual scramble in December. CMS sets a performance threshold every year, the minimum composite MIPS score required to avoid a penalty. For 2026, that threshold is 75 points. Here's what each score band means for your revenue. Below 75, negative payment adjustment, up to minus 9% on all Medicare Part B reimbursements. That penalty is applied to every claim. There's no partial protection. At or above 75, you clear the penalty zone. Positive adjustments begin, though the size depends on overall national performance distribution. Because MIPS bonuses are budget neutral, funded by penalties, the actual bonus percentage fluctuates based on national performance. Above 85, exceptional performance territory, an additional bonus on top of the standard positive adjustment. This is where practices with year-round quality tracking and strong documentation infrastructure tend to land. Your final MIPS composite score is a weighted combination of 4 performance categories. 4 categories. Weighted composite. One number that moves your revenue. Quality. 30% of your score. This is where your strategy has the most impact. You report on 6 quality measures relevant to your patient population. CMS compares your performance to national benchmarks. CMS scores each measure on a 1 to 10 decile system. The measures you choose drive the majority of your final score. Cost, 30%. CMS calculates this entirely from your claims data. Your CPT code accuracy and billing modifiers feed into your score. Improvement activities, 15%. You complete specific care initiatives like telehealth and document them formally. Most PT practices can max this category with activities they're already doing. Documentation is the gap, not the activities themselves. Promoting interoperability, 25%, often reweighted. Many PT clinics qualify for a PI hardship exemption because their EMR isn't certified. When exempted, the 25% redistributes to quality. Confirm your status every year, and make sure that quality weight is being used well. Quality is where most practices either build their score or quietly erode it. 3 things determine how well you perform here. Measure selection. The common mistake, choosing measures based on what's easiest to document rather than where you perform against benchmarks. A measure in the 25th percentile is hurting your composite. Selection needs to be strategic, not a habit from last year. Documentation structure. CMS needs data captured in a structured, reportable format. Free text notes often don't count. Your EMR needs to map clinical documentation directly to measure criteria, automatically, at the point of care. Year-round monitoring. By the time December arrives, most of your quality score is already determined. Monitoring is the only effective strategy. Performance rates are set by months of patterns. Billing staff in Q4 cannot undo what happened in Q1 and Q2. It must be continuous. One forward signal you cannot ignore. Traditional MIPS gets phased out after the 2027 performance year. Starting 2028, MVPs are mandatory. For PT clinics, that pathway is the Musculoskeletal MVP, built around MSK quality measures 6 through 9. CMS is explicit about this transition. 2026 is your last low-stakes year to pilot the musculoskeletal MVP. Practices that start now build the habits for a clean transition. The gap between a 72-point and an 80-point score is visibility. Clinics on Spry have real-time dashboards that update as notes are completed. You can see exactly where your score stands at any point. That's the difference between managing MIPS and reacting to it. Drop a comment with what MIPS score your clinic hit last performance year, or where you're targeting for 2026. I read everyone. Subscribe for more PT billing and compliance content. And if you haven't watched Part 1 on eligibility, check the link in the description. See you in the next one.